Before we get started today, we just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge something truly heartbreaking. Friend of the show, Alex Liddard, sadly passed away last week, and so our thoughts go out to his family in what we can only imagine is a truly awful time for them. For some bizarre reason, Alex was actually a really big fan of the show and regularly told us how much he enjoyed certain episodes and often gave us suggestions of topics to cover. He even went as far as to donate quite a large amount of money to charity just so that we could discuss two movies that he fondly remembered, which we then, of course, absolutely ridiculed. Even after doing that, he still enjoyed and listened to this silly little podcast we do, which just shows how much of a top guy he really was. Nathan and I would obviously be extremely remiss if we didn't mention that, and of course, just how much we're going to miss him going forward. Thank you for everything, Alex. Rest well, mate.
Hello and welcome to another Happy Pod. My name is Nathan. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Lawrence. Lawrence, hello.
Hello, Nathan. How are you today?
I am tired. I am scratching my head. I am having an energy drink, but none of that is important. What is important is you telling me and the listeners what the fuck this show is.
I'll tell them, Nathan, just as long as you promise to stop banging your desk when you record next to your microphone.
Never.
Okay, fair enough. This show, Nathan, is where we talk about pop culture, movies, TV shows, games, something else, some drawings that your nan did that are in the attic. We try and stay on the positive side of things just to keep things a bit more upbeat, a bit lighthearted, a bit more fun.
We cut out that toxicity.
Yeah, so I think what Nathan was trying to say there is that we don't always succeed, but we do have a good time.
What I was saying was there's no toxicness. Well, there's a little bit. We're kind of we're toxic to each other sometimes. Mostly you being toxic to me.
I disagree. I think it's the other way around.
Absolutely not. And now I believe you have some kind of question for me. Why don't you tell people what that is?
So what we do is we first play this theme song. Another happy question. Once that theme song is over, that theme song you just heard, what a banger, by the way. What I do at the start of every episode is I ask Nathan a question, a hypothetical situation, perhaps, maybe just an outright would you rather, a yes or a no, and I present that to him, and it normally kind of correlates somewhat to whatever we're talking about, whatever the topic of the day is. I then give Nathan the time it takes for us to record, usually a standard like 40 minutes to an hour type situation, at which point Nathan will then at the end of the episode, share his answer to said question. And Nathan, today we are talking about Sing Street.
We are.
You, Nathan, are the object of my desires.
Ooh.
And it's very sexy, I know. And I've gone away to write some music that's going to win you over, that I hope will win you over.
Okay.
I want to know, what bands/artists am I most likely, in your opinion, to succeed with had I taken inspiration from them to write my jaunty love songs for you? To clarify that, to repeat that, I want to shag Nathan, big time. And I've gone away to write some music. So I'm gonna look through some songs, some bands, some artists that I think Nathan would really like, and I'm gonna take inspiration to write my own love songs to Nathan, in hopes that he will hear them and just want to take me to the bath.
Is this what you think will work or what will work?
So, no. So there's a second part to this. I have my 5 choices. I am not allowed to change my 5 choices.
Okay.
At the end, I would like to hear, in your opinion, what you think would work. Don't think what I think would work. I want to hear what you think, in your opinion, would be the best places to draw inspiration from. And we'll see how many match up, and we'll see just how likely I am to pull you and end up in that bath with you.
And just, again, to be clear, this is to draw inspiration from. It's not to just flat out play or okay.
As this movie reiterates, cover bands are for losers.
They are. And if you're in a cover band, well, fuck you.
Apart from you listening to this isn't about you.
No, it is. Fuck you.
Oh, shit. You heard him, boys. He hasn't had his bath yet. He's waiting for me, so he's a bit tetchy.
I haven't had a bath in like fucking probably like a good 10 years or some shit.
You never had a good... Oh, mate, you're missing out. You need to have a little bath.
I don't like it. Sitting in your own filth. Not for me.
This is the same man that once admitted that hungover he threw up in the shower and didn't bother to move.
Well, why would I? It's there. The water's there.
So sitting in your own filth.
But I'm not sitting in my own filth, though, because it's immediately rinsed off.
I think you're going to get immediately rinsed off when people hear when people hear what you've done, Nathan.
Oh my god, he's having one off the wrist right now, guys.
No, it's not true.
Oh my god, he's wanking.
I'm not. It's not what's happening. He's done it.
What is going on?
He's reversed it. I said I was going to do this to him, and he's now done it to me.
Now you can't.
No, I can if I cut it out and I just say that, oh my god, Nathan is now having one off
No,
the
I'll
wrist.
call back to it. I'll call back to it every time.
Nathan, I'm going to jump right in and say it's never fun to see the Weinstein Company logo pop up.
No, it's not. It's also never fun to see like 5 minutes of studio logos just back to back to back to back.
Nothing screams we struggle to get funding like 80 logos fighting for first place in the movie.
Yeah. Look, I get it. It's an indie movie. They gotta get their money where they can. But
Yeah.
bloody hell, that just kept on going for a while there, didn't it? So, Sing Street is, as I was gonna say earlier, is a movie which I have been trying to get you to watch for 6 years now, and for 4 of those years, I thought I succeeded. I thought you watched this movie years ago. To the point where you even had the fucking I saw this on your shelf.
Yeah.
You had the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But you just didn't watch it. And then you sold all your Blu-rays.
In my never opened that one. In my defense, I bought it with sole intent to watch it. Why else would I purchase it? I know
Exactly.
why. It's because I was a stupid little wanker in uni who was like, I like Blu-rays. I like physical copies of things. So yeah, what you thought I'd watch? I didn't tell you I'd watch this.
I'm pretty sure that you told me you'd watched it. I distinctly remember.
Just to get you to shut up.
Probably just to get me to shut up. So I was sure that you would watch this, and then I said, "Oh, let's do Sing Street." And you're like, "Yeah, I've never seen it." I'm like, "What?" So,
what do you mean? Can I come straight in with this?
well, what are you gonna say?
I mean, to tell you that, I'd have to go straight in with it, Nathan. So can I go straight in with it?
Not yet. I've been this is a movie that like I said, I've been trying to get you to watch for 6 years because I enjoy this movie quite a lot. This movie for me came out of nowhere. It was something I think that I just decided to watch one day on a whim, and then immediately just fucking fell in love with it. And I was a lot more
Nice.
yeah, I guess.
Open. You had a much more open heart back then.
I guess I did. Yeah.
Before the system and the man ground you down.
Yeah, I was a lot more willing to open to new experiences back then. I guess.
I don't think that's necessarily ever been too much of your problem. Like,
no, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Apart from whenever I suggest something to you, then you're like, no, I flat out think that's bad.
I'm still kicking my feet up about the next 2 weeks or whatever. So, but no, I really, really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And then I wanted my friends to enjoy it. And 6 years later, I succeeded.
You had to start a podcast, but we got there eventually.
Yeah.
I don't like admitting when I'm wrong. Alright? I don't.
I know you don't.
I finished this movie. I turned around to Zucchini, who was near me, and I said, for fuck's sake. And the reason why I said that is because I knew that in about 3 hours' time, I'd have to come on here while you laughed about how right you were, and I had to swallow some humble pie because this is a very beautiful film. I know he's pulling a smug face. This film, it did come out of nowhere. It has no right being as like deep and moving as it is. There are some things in this that I think are expressed really well. There's some, especially for an indie movie, there's some real craft going on here. And just talent in terms of like how it's shot, how it's edited, how the whole thing's put together. It's a very good film. But why did you want to come back to it? What got you singing on your street for this movie?
Mostly it was to make you admit that you was wrong, if I'm being honest.
so that was all good.
Which is something that happens on this podcast quite a lot. It's not the first time you've been forced to eat your humble pie, Lawrence, is it?
You wait till next week. You just wait until next. I know next week you're gonna just turn around and be like, I didn't like it. Even if you loved it, you're gonna.
I'm not gonna love it. There's no way I'm gonna love it. If I like it, I'll admit it. All right. If I like it, I'll admit it. But
Fine.
I'm just not. and you'll see what we're talking about next week.
Sing Street.
It's a good movie.
When's it set? 1985?
1985, Dublin, Ireland.
Set in a very interesting time. No one's got a lot of money. It seems like a rough place to live. It is always fun to watch a little posh public school, posh private school boy get shipped down to learn with the common folk, who will all tease him. I've got a fun note that says, you can always spot the new kid at school because the usual kids are wearing their jumpers and ties all scruffy, but then the new guy comes in with his pristine blazer, and no one else will be wearing a blazer for the sake of the scene.
Yeah,
which is helpful.
It's true. I went to a private school. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. And you give me shit for being a what was it you said to me last week? Something like Lawrence wouldn't understand Les Mis because he hoards wealth with his fucking castle, Lord High.
You can't relate to the common folk, the struggles of the everyday man.
What the fuck were you doing in a private school?
It makes sense when I tell you the reason. It was when I lived in Germany. And it was an English school for English children whose parents were in the army.
I see.
So it was in an English army camp.
Okay.
Well, I say English, British. Okay.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this about you.
I was there for a total of 9 months.
I'm pretty sure you were never anywhere for long when you were younger.
No, never anywhere more than 2 years at most.
You could be a great book protagonist, you know that? You could be the lead character in a book.
I did not write any notes on this movie because I forgot. So, Lawrence, what are your talking points?
Oh, good. Right, okay. So, I mean, like...
Where do you want to start then? What was it that kind of... When did I win you over? Or when did Sing Street win you over? Was there a specific point where you was watching this and you was like... Actually, I'm having a pretty good time here.
Yeah, I think...
Was it when you saw Lord Peter Baelish show up?
No, but it is fun to see him. And it's nice. It's nice to see him in a role where he doesn't have to really badly hide his Irish accent.
Does he hide it?
In Game of Thrones, he's proper. Like it becomes way more posh and highbrow. He's in Bohemian Rhapsody as well, where it's like attempting to be American, and it's not great.
I haven't seen that film.
The girl from this is in Bohemian Rhapsody as well. She's good in that.
That's what I hear, but I won't watch it.
Fair enough. No, right. So the moment this won me over was probably when they started forming the band. I was a big. I liked, I'm all for a montage. I'm not without a soul and a heart. I like some nice people get together and have some quippy moments. And learn how to play their instruments. I think the main point was I like the guy that loves rabbits.
I like that guy too.
Yeah.
He's a fun character. I like that for some reason they just made him weirdly obsessed with rabbits, but just never explained it.
And then they asked him, they were like, "What's the deal with you and rabbits?" And he was like, "Just like
him."
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. Sometimes he's also inexplicably capable of playing every instrument under the sun. He also owns every instrument under the sun.
And then when they say every instrument, they really mean it as well. Like, he pulls out the fucking bagpipes and everything.
Yeah. He's playing a flute, a recorder, and all sorts.
Yeah.
Something that I like in this, and I'm wondering if you can help me elaborate on this, because I have the makings of a point, but I don't quite know if it's there. Right. It's more of a feeling, and I wonder if you can define it for me. This movie has a great sense of enthusiasm about music, right?
Yes.
And the other one that I thought about, the other movie that I thought about that has a big sense of enthusiasm of music, and stick with me here because it's not going to go where you think it's going to go, is La La Land.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't go where I thought it would.
Yeah, I know everyone has to joke about, Damien Chazelle loves jazz. He, has such a rock on for jazz because he made Whiplash and he made La La Land and whatever. And maybe Neil Armstrong listens to Jazz on the Moon. I've never seen that movie.
He gets a jazz playlist on his iPod.
Yeah, and he's like one small step did a twirl or what? It was a jazz move for mankind. I don't know. There's the makings of a joke there. You can find something that's make your own joke up and fill it in the gap.
Sometimes it's fun to watch you just struggle your way through.
I was gonna say like a small hop, step, and slide or something for mankind or whatever. That was where I was gonna go with that.
Great. Let's workshop that and then we'll get back to it.
Yeah, next week we'll come through with that one. No, but what I was going to say is there's a sense of enthusiasm for music in this film that is also present in something like La La Land, but it doesn't feel like a big Hollywood phony piece of shit.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It feels like people that understand music theory have wrote this. People that understand what music means to people have wrote this, rather than Ryan Gosling just faking his way through going, oh, it's different every night, and it's jazz, and it's I love jazz.
All right, if you like La La Land, tune out. I think the reason I don't know how to say this. La La Land feels like, exactly like you said, like a phony piece of shit. At no point when I'm watching La La Land do I feel like these people are actually passionate about what they're talking about. If sure, Emma Stone's acting like she's a struggling actress, but she's going to these fancy parties with Hollywood
We see
celebs.
her parents' house in that movie. She's fine.
Exactly. It's all very glamorous and the city lights, but then at the same time it's like, I love jazz so much, but also let's be a homage to classic Hollywood cinema of the forgotten years and all this sort of stuff.
Let's literally go to the building in Rebel Without a Cause and float.
Yes, and then we'll also have little strings be like the old thingy effects in movies, because fuck off. It's just, that is a movie which, for pretty much the entire run length, it just screams, I'm pretentious, look at me. Now in Sing Street, the characters, to be fair to them, they do scream, especially fucking the brother and Rafina and all this. They do scream, I'm pretentious, look at me.
Oh yeah.
But then they're more justified in doing that though. They more have a right, and they're still, even though they are pretentious, they're still more passionate about what they're pretentious about.
I think there's a core difference in say something like La La Land, and if you like it, we'll stop digging it out in a minute. But it's watch it again is what I'll say. I think even when like the brother, like you said, and his brothers, the two brothers in this, they are, and one of them grows to be more so. They're pretentious people. You probably wouldn't want to hang out with these people in real life because they just go on about the same fucking shit, and that's fine because as characters, it's not their only sole want and need. It might be presented in that sense, but the brother actually has some other stuff going on in the movie. It's more subtle than the younger brother, who is the protagonist of the movie, obviously. But what I'm saying is they have lives outside of this thing. I can't pinpoint a single moment in La La Land, and maybe I'm wrong, but not off the top of my head anyway, can I pinpoint a single moment in La La Land where Ryan Gosling's character isn't extremely motivated or does anything else that warrants anything, it feels any emotion because of anything other than jazz.
Yeah.
And it's purely so that Damien Chazelle can go, jazz the movie, I guess.
Jazz the movie. Also as well, just to take it away from La La Land, just focus more back on Sing Street. The reason I think the pretentiousness of these characters doesn't seem quite as offensive is they're young as well. He's a kid, and Rafina, she's, a year older than him, 16, 15, they both are.
Yeah.
So, of course, he's gonna, suddenly identify and be passionate about music and then make it his whole fucking personality. Because that's what kids do. They latch onto something and they get excited to dive into it and stuff. And, yeah, it makes more sense than this 30-year-old grown man just being like... Look, I love jazz, and I love you, but not as much as I love jazz.
Yeah,
so.
I think I might love jazz more than you, but that's fine, because I think you love acting more than me.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what is powerful, our love.
Yeah.
But not as powerful as jazz and acting.
And what is? Anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway, let me play the piano. Anyway, Sing Street, what was you saying?
It has a great sense of enthusiasm to it, which also, as an audience member, as a first-time audience member especially, in my position... you just can't help but get on board. You just and it also helps that it's one of the rare movies where a band make a song in a movie and it's not terrible. In a lot of maybe not so much like sitcoms, but a lot of network shows. The network will also be trying to launch an actor or an actress's solo singing career at the same time because they're a big name.
Yeah,
happened all the time in fucking Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and shit. Right?
Yeah.
And they'll always shoehorn in an episode. Oh my god, I've got to perform at the talent show. Yeah. And the song that's written is just the most fucking terrible written in 5 minutes piece of shit. Not the case in this. I think every single song they performed is a banger.
Good. It's good music.
And somehow as well, it's written in a sense where everything he writes the songs based on the experiences he's had, as songwriters often do. The difference is in this film, we see the songs being written and the experiences they're being written about, and they're good songs. They're like they work.
It is a crying shame that this movie did not win Best Original Song at the Oscar. Specifically, Drive It Like You Stole It should have fucking won Best Original Song.
It's a banger.
It is. It's an absolute banger. But it didn't. Some other piece of shit one. I'm looking up what it was now. Just so I can be petty. Oh, fucking hell. Look who it is. Oh, no.
It's not, is it?
It is. City of Stars. La La Land. Fucking hell.
I'm just going to go on record and say I didn't intend for this to happen. But for La La Land and City of Stars especially, for that song, probably the most void of fucking passion song in that entire thing. There's good songs in La La Land, I'll be the first to admit. There's some good catchy songs.
Yeah.
It's not that one. That one's the bad transition scene one.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Fuck, that's really fucking annoyed me.
But yeah, no, I really like the music. I've listened to the music quite a bit over the years.
I'm gonna. It's definitely one to add to the playlist. Yeah,
they're very good songs. Like I say, Drive It Like You Stole It is just an absolute bop. Very, very, very fun. And the videos that they make as well, they're intentionally a little bit shit, I guess. But I don't know. They're kind of fun though.
They're definitely fun. Another thing, they feel like kids made it. The camera work is like not great, but it's clearly going for that like 80s music video, edgy.
I was just gonna say it does also feel like a very 80s music video at the same time.
Yeah,
like,
and I guess that's like production design, that's set dressing, that's everything in terms of the movie, not just the actual like work of the film itself, or making the fake music videos. It's this whole thing, like right down to it's little things, but if you notice it, it's clearly working. Little things like you can look down the street for miles, you won't see a single car that's out of place. Like the streets and stuff look as the area should do. The estates look as they should do. There's not like a rogue modern fire alarm anywhere, which is always like a downfall of some things.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's just because Dublin hasn't changed much.
I mean that's probably likely. Yeah. It's probably quite easy to go there and be like, just slap an old fucking Chevy there, call it a day.
Do you have a favourite song?
I didn't know if it was going to be one of those films where like they had one original song and they were like, this song's going to take us all the way to the big competition. And they just kept repeating that song. The music is, the movie is far less lazy than that, which is great. Yeah. But I loved the first one they did. It's something of the model.
Riddle.
That's it, yeah. Just a classic. I mean, they intentionally say it's drawn inspiration from like Duran Duran. And you can tell, and it's very derivative of the 80s time period, but there's a reason that the 80s time period is so elite for music. It's because 90% of it was just good stuff.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, I like that song too. I do think Drive It Like You Stole It is my favourite one. Yeah. But then there's...
I think they know that as well.
Yeah, 100%. That's why they put money into the actual performance of it and everything. Clearly.
Oh, side point, just another one for La La Land. If you're gonna do and harken back to Rebel Without a Cause, watch this movie. It's much better.
There you go. I did like the moment in the Drive It Like You Stole It sequence where, because obviously like his parents show up and then his brother shows up and everything. But the moment where like Rafina's there but she's with her older boyfriend, and first of all, I don't know if you noticed, but her older boyfriend is in a suit, but it's like a prison uniform suit. Like, it's got the black and white stripy lines all across it. That's good. Like an old-fashioned prisoner's uniform.
Oh, that's good.
And then they have the knife fight, kind of. And I just love the way that after the knife fight, they just, like, kind of like, yeah, okay, and then walk off.
Yeah, it was like, it was the most civil, like, all right, you won the knife fight, off you go now. Yeah.
We're now friends, and I respect that you won the knife fight. Now I leave.
I've got some... sorry, if you think I'm taking over at any point, it's because I know you don't have any notes.
No, I don't. I'm on IMDb.
Okay, good.
I'm sure someone will come up.
Oh, good. You come here for original content. One thing that I noticed, this movie has a almost purposely unpolished vibe to it, which I really appreciate.
Sure, you're working. How do you mean?
When we meet, what's the girl's name?
Rafina?
Rafina, yeah. We meet Rafina's kind of like part-time boyfriend, full-time paedophile. We meet him in his car.
It makes me laugh, that scene so much.
Yeah, but it's so he turns up. He's just kind of a bit of a. You can tell the movie says he's the dick. He doesn't seem like much of a dick at the time, but he's the movie dick.
Yeah.
But where it would be the cinematic choice for a car blaring music to pull away into the night, they decide to just kind of have him stall the car, which is good fun. But I wrote, like, it's hilarious, but it's not played for a comedic beat. It's just more of... It's real life. It's shit like that happens.
It's I don't know why, but there's something about a car stalling which is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's just the way, like, he pulls off in this big manner and then it stalls and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I think maybe it's the inherently British thing, because there's always the, oh, fuck, shit, oh, bollocks. Okay, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe let me any listeners across the seas, let us know if that's something that's funny where you're from.
It's funny here. We like it.
So the other one is like not so much the first kiss they have, but like a nice kissing scene where the two are finally alone for a moment or two. He goes in for a second kiss, but she's got a mouthful of biscuit.
Yeah,
that's good.
And then they have what I like about that as well is then they have the go ahead, but then he just double checks again. He's like, "Are you good now? Are you good? Are we
got
good?"
The biscuit, yeah.
Yeah.
And just the main kind of point running through it, the singer is just not always shown to be amazing at singing. His voice cracks. He's like, when he has to sing without the accompaniment of his band, he's not great live. Like, he's not a world-class singer, but he has the charisma to pull off a stage presence.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just kind of things like that where I'm like, I'm not going to choose La La Land. Just imagine another movie very similar to La La Land that I'd be referencing here, where it's just physically incapable of letting the protagonist look like a fucking idiot. I know it's a different tone, but also it's kind of not, because this is played as a light comedy, which is supposed to be intended as sincere and heartfelt and wholesome.
100%.
Yeah, and it's just I like the fact that it's not afraid for it to be more real than other movies kind of get the chance to be.
Yeah, no. That being said, though, there are some like really talented moments, like you said earlier, of craft and filmmaking in this as well. There's one moment in particular which I always enjoy, kind of early-ish on in the movie, towards the middle of the movie. The main guy goes over to his friend's house, the guy with all the rabbits, like in the middle of the night to write a song. And they just start writing this song down together. I can't actually remember specifically what song it is. I think it might be Up. I think. But yeah, they start to like get the bones of the song together, and then they start to play it, and then they're both there like in their like pajamas and nightwear, I guess, just like putting the bones of this song together.
Yeah.
But then it turns into like a one shot, and the camera pans around the room, and then the rest of the band are there, and then it's daytime. Yeah. And then it just keeps going. You see all the band playing the song, and then it's back to them. So, like, obviously, whilst the camera was on the other team, on the rest of the band, they would get dressed and all that sort of stuff. And it's just a really, really good moment. Just a good one shot in there.
One takes are always better when they're not stitched with CGI. You can always tell, just a little bit.
Yeah,
you can always get the impression. That shot specifically, I had it in my notes as well, just to bring up. It's like, that's a masterclass in a natural performance, but then also like commitment of the actors, because there have been so many people quietly doing things behind the camera.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Even the lighting as well, getting the lighting to take the scene from midnight to daylight in just a sweep of the fucking...
That's what I was going to say. Like, people, that a lot of praise for that. People will kind of go immediately to the camera work, but the camera's like the simplest part. Everyone else is firing on all cylinders to make that shot achievable, and it works. It's a great moment, and it's fun. And you got the mum coming in to be like, look at this little band going. My son's in a band. It's good fun, is what it is.
And then she's upstairs. She's got a vibrator ready, and then
There is a bizarre moment in this where the mum's like, the band are practicing. I mean, logic would suggest
that is the
probably
best time. Yeah, you can clearly hear when you're about to be disturbed. So take the chance, mate. Yeah, go for it, love.
But then I guess it's a catch-22 almost, because someone could still be playing the drums, but someone could be coming upstairs. It could go horribly wrong.
Actually, that's true. It could go horribly wrong.
You're deaf to either outcome. So good luck with that. Ladies, if you're listening for advice.
If you're looking for advice on when to best have one off the wrist.
It's right now. Nathan's doing it as we
speak. Do it now.
If you're looking for the best time, it's 1985 in Dublin in this woman's house.
There you go. There you go. There's also some really good editing in this. One moment I enjoy in particular. Just some funny cuts. Like, I think it's the mother just says to him, you lads, you better not be smoking or something like that. Or don't be smoking whilst I'm gone. And he goes, we won't be. And then just cuts to all of them just having a fag in the little garage or whatever.
It's good. There are these great little moments, like I said, where they're not even just intended to be funny scenes, because they move on from those jokes so quickly. But they're just, it's the way to use. I think we spoke about this in the 500 Days of Summer podcast as well. A lesser director wouldn't seize those opportunities.
Yeah.
And who did direct this? I have no idea.
John Carney or Carney.
I haven't heard of him. I'd be curious to see if he did anything after this, like anything cool.
There's a moment as well, just towards the beginning, when the principal of the school walks into the classroom and everyone's just fucking about. It's chaos in there. As I'm sure you'll know, schools, boys in particular, it's all very rough and tumble and that sort of thing. But there's one guy just having a fag, just out the window, and then he just puts it out as the principal walks in. Yeah. I don't know why, that makes me fucking crease every time I watch this movie.
That's good. I think they definitely take it to a comedic limit of like extras in the background doing things in this school that is just so clearly not allowed. One of the highlights is this isn't a hidden background thing at all, but one of the highlights is that they're having a turn the lights on, turn the lights off battle with the principal or whatever, or just some priest that works there, and the guy just picks up in one take. He just picks up the fire extinguisher and just smashes the fucking wall in where the switch is. And just like, I mean, it's the natural conclusion to. But like, what I'm saying is, it's a scene that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, he's told to turn off the light switch. They have a back and forwards, and then it ends with a conclusion of the light switch being smashed in. It's a good comedic little beat that is just fun.
So there's a moment, and I'm interested to know your thoughts on it, because it's never explicitly said, but there is a moment like in the middle of the movie that's kind of vague and sinister as well. So
I think I might know what you mean.
You probably do. So the main kid, whose name I forget, Connor, he goes into school. He's always been told off for wearing his brown shoes, but now he's gone in there and he's wearing makeup because he likes to express himself like his favourite musical artists do. Good on him. But obviously, in a Catholic school in 1985, the big priest headmaster isn't going to like that. So he calls him into his office, and then he tells him that he needs to wash it off. And then there's just a weird moment where he invites him to use his bathroom, and then he disappears off. And you can kind of see the wheels turning on Connor's face. Yeah. As like he's thinking about what's necessarily going to happen. Because we know they're
known for something.
Yes, priests who are in charge of boys' schools, and priests in the 80s, Catholic priests, are known for not being the nicest of blokes and doing some terrible things, shall we say.
I think not being the nicest bloke is a nice way of putting it. To take the lid off it, not all, and this is generally not the case.
Yeah.
But some of them are filthy nonces.
Yeah.
I picked up on that. It's not actually the moment that I thought you were addressing, but I picked up on that. And then it's kind of then sad to see then the ignored suggestion is then met with a very aggressive sequence of him washing his face, rubbing soap all over his face in what I could only really interpret as a very frustrated case of like almost sexual violence.
Well, even before he invites him to use his bathroom, he like says, "You've such a pretty little face," and then kind of like strokes his hand across him, kind of as well, and it's just it's very uncomfortable. It's very just
The dynamic lands is very inappropriate, and I think it's intentionally vague because that's a big market to piss off, and an extremely vocal market, as people have unfortunately realised over the years.
I'm interested to know what you thought was the sinister moment.
The implication that Rafina's dad is, or stepdad, I think it was.
No, I think it was her dad.
Her dad.
Maybe. Maybe it was a stepdad.
Yeah, because her dad's dead, but she might have been referencing long ago or something. But the fact that she's a 16-year-old girl and the clear implication that her dad
molested her.
Yeah, or at least just couldn't take his eyes off of her, which is just as inappropriate and harassing.
Rafina's a very interesting character because at first she can seem almost annoying, really, because she's just like, I'm going to be a model, I'm better than you. She never explicitly says that, but you kind of like get that sense from her, and
she's above the people that look at her as she walks past. Yeah,
exactly.
The film literally positions her at the top of a set of stairs, and
exactly. But then, as you actually get to know her as a character, and as Connor gets to know her, and she tells him more about her own like fucking backstory and stuff, and you realize just how much like fucking deep trauma this girl has gone through. She is in a very interesting character, and you can understand why she kind of acts the way she does, and why she is a little bit more vocal and kind of over the top in some places, and it makes perfect sense why she would be. So it's a really interesting character, but it is again a sinister moment. I definitely took it as, well, she's in a home for girls. First of all, she's in like a fucking orphanage basically. Her mum's in the hospital and her dad's dead, and to me anyway, very much implied that he molested her or something along those lines.
Just something sinister, vague. Enough that I think the movie is polite in that approach, because it's not enough that would set off any triggers for anyone, but it's definitely something that it's designed to be vague but also clear in what it's saying happened, which gives a reason for the character's trauma, like you said, and it's done tastefully, which is quite respectful, I think, of the movie, especially because I think that's something that I've got about this whole thing. Towards the end of it, I was like, I thought this was a fun movie about kids having a good time, making a band, making some tunes.
# tricked, my friend.
I was
pranked.
I mean, the movie
ninjas.
It's Barney. No. The movie introduces the motif of happy sad, which gets brought up continuously throughout it as people saying, it doesn't make any fucking sense. How can you be happy and sad? You absolutely can be. It's defined beautifully by Rafina as being, as Connor hasn't learnt to be happy in the sad situation that he's in. He hasn't learnt to be content with the shit life has given him. And there's just, everyone in this fucking movie is deflecting some sort of internal pain. At least the main players are. And one arc that I thought was amazing and very understated and clever, and kind of ties into the ending of how you sense an emotional victory for him despite him having not achieved much, was the character of his older brother, who I just loved in this.
100%. Jack Ryder does an amazing job. The scene where he just kind of fucking breaks down in the bedroom and just fucking says like, I was gonna be great, I was gonna fucking do something incredible with my life. and then basically you came along and I had to protect you, and I had to fucking chart a course for you, because otherwise...
Yeah, every kind of... every person that accepts you laughed at me for doing it first.
Yeah.
And it's very much the... it's, are you brave for doing something that someone that paved the way? Like the... It's like appropriation of... like, I watched the Elvis movie recently, and there's always the debate about Elvis, about how he kind of took from black culture, and repurposed it and repackaged it, and people gave him some shit for it, but he was never in genuine danger. He was never being they say this in the movie as well, being a white boy as the face of this was okay. And it's obviously this film doesn't have the racial component to it. But it is very much the case of, like, it kind of asks the question, are you brave because you did it second when you knew it was okay to do it? Or is the person that, can you really look at him as a failure because arguably he's achieved way more of an opportunity for his brother than, and almost was brave enough to step aside and let it be someone else's dream that was fulfilled.
Yeah, definitely. And the way he's one line he says in particular, I was a fucking jet engine. Yeah. Where he just shouts that his brother. It's such a good moment, and it's a really good performance from the actor, from Jack Reynor. And then at the end as well, when Connor and Rafina, they're going across in the boat to England and stuff, and there's that kind of like awkward moment where like they both clearly want to hug each other, but they're still like some 80s, manliness, and like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking do that with a man, and then like Rafina kind of breaks the tension and hugs him first. She gives him a hug, and then he pulls his brother into a hug, but then once he does, he just doesn't fucking let go. He holds on really tightly to his little brother. Beautiful moment. Really beautiful moment. Yeah,
it's lovely, and it kind of like, it's the concept of it's a very subtle moment in this, and I really liked it because it was a moment where you watch it and you not the hug, but like something else that happens a bit earlier. It's a moment where the movie sets something up, and then when it doesn't pay it off, you go, oh, I was expecting that to happen, and it never did. He invites his older brother to just perform like a guitar solo at the gig he's doing. And he's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I probably will. I was like, oh, that'll be cool. That's the resolution to his brother's arc. His brother's arc will be the fact that he got out the house, he stopped smoking a whole bunch of weed, and got to live his dream of kind of being a rock star at what I'd assume will be the climax of the film, big gig, happy crowd kind of situation. It never happened. He never performed his solo, and when you realize why, and the ending of the film is actually served with him letting and aiding his little brother to literally and metaphorically move on from the place he's stuck in, it's just sad. It's really sad that he was like, nah. It sets it up as like, yeah, I'll probably play that guitar at your gig, why not? And then realizes his purpose in this moment is to just step aside, give his brother the moment, and then aid him as best as he can. While we're on him as well, he has the best line in the movie, which is that no woman can ever truly love a man who listens to Phil Collins. Spat my drink out and laughed at that. This has some there's a bunch of fucking one-liners in this that are classic. Like, they're just instantly great.
Yeah, no, that is a good line.
You've got without the girl, you just look like a bunch of gay kids in the alleyway. Made me laugh. You've got the this is something I'll say as well. You've got, of course he plays something, he's black, referring to like the one black kid that they know playing an instrument. Something I'll say in this as well. Obviously, racism was a massive part of the time period, which is gross and awful, but no one can deny the fact that it was present in this time. I like that the movie makes a real conscious effort to make sure the people that are saying racist things are the butt of the joke and they look stupid, more so than the people they're racially abusing.
Yeah. It's not just people being ignorant and hateful and racist. It's just, I don't understand, and no, I look silly.
It's not Tarantino saying, I'm allowed to use this because time periods and history.
No, actually, I'm going to write a scene where I say the N-word because I can do that.
Yeah. It's so fucked that happens all the time, isn't it? It's so gross. The director's like, what's this? It's set in any other time period other than today. M-word, 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 M-word. Like, it's icky, and this is...
I do love that kid's mum as well. They go to his house, and he's like, "Does the black kid live here?" And he's like, "No, he's four doors down." Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, sorry." She's like, "What are you doing? Of course he does."
And she has an accent, but when they speak to him, he's got an obvious Irish accent, and he's speaking slowly again, playing the idiot for the purpose of the scene, which is good. But then he's like, I've lived here like 90% of my fucking life. How else am I supposed to talk? Like, I was raised in Ireland. What the fuck?
Yeah, good scene. Funny stuff. One thing I just want to say is I really like the character, and this is probably surprising. It surprised me, but I really like the character of the bully at the school, because like he's a dick for most of the movie. And then at one point you see why he's such a dick.
Yeah.
And then the very first opportunity that he's given to actually be friends with someone and to actually do something else other than be a dick, he's like, "Oh, yeah. I want to do that. That seems cool. I want to have friends."
It's not like... What I liked about it is there's like, again, lesser directors would be like, the band needs a bodyguard, and he's like, don't, you'd be good to beat people up for us that get on stage and blah blah blah. And it's more than that. It's he doesn't care what he's there to do, as evidenced by the fact that he's like trying to set up their instruments and not really knowing what the fuck he's there for. It is just like you said. It's just the first opportunity he's given to have a life outside of the fucking horrible home life and situation he's in. Is good. And a line in this that fucking... I mean, there's a few lines in this that kind of like just kind of rip your gut out, and one of them was just how distraught that bully looks, and how much his ego and pride is hurt, and how much he's obviously deeply connected with what was said to him, but his exterior won't let him show it. Was that he's only capable of stopping things. He's not capable of creating anything for himself. And it was just it's fucking everything in this, the writing in this is fucking clean as hell.
Very good.
People go on about that whole I remember when One Division dared to say that fucking line that is now tattooed on 1 million people across the world, where Vision is
what
like,
is love?
I remember when
don't hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. When that line itself, but like that got so much attention. But some of the lines in this,
very good.
They're just so good, and they deserve people looking at them as great kind of bodies of work. Because the writer, I'd be interested to see what the writer did after this.
Now, as a very big fan of The Last of Us Part 2, something I noticed this time that I watched it, which I hadn't noticed before, because the last time I watched this movie, I don't think I'd played The Last of Us Part 2. But something I noticed this time is, I don't know if you noticed it, but during one point where Connor and Rafina are walking around the park, they're just walking around that little park, just having a little nice conversation. I think they're talking about the song that he wrote, and just very subtly in the background, the music, it's a-ha's Take On Me, but very slowed down, and just the gentle keys of the piano, and it's just fucking beautiful. And obviously I fucking love it. Just reminded me of that moment in The Last of Us where Ellie plays it, and it's just a really peaceful and beautiful moment. So I liked that. That was cool.
I know. I noticed that playing in the background as well. And I had The Last of Us thoughts myself, where I was like, I like that cover. There's a lot of The Last of Us 2 has a bunch of slowed down acoustic covers of stuff that is just very nice. It's got Through the Valley. It's got I think Joel. Does Joel sing Wayfaring Stranger at one point?
I think in the credits he does.
Yeah. Or Future Days as well. That's good.
Oh, he does. He does.
It's all stuff on my productive playlist that I've got on Spotify.
And will any hits from this be making it in to your productive playlist, Lawrence?
Oh, not productive.
What will gain the honor of joining your playlist?
It will join my. It won't join my productive playlist because I won't be productive
Okay.
if I put this on. I'll just be
Sorry,
dancing.
Sing Street.
No, Sing Street has garnered the honor of my other playlist, which is called the Everyday Playlist, and which is home to bangers. And no, there's some good ones in this. The Drive It Like You Stole It is an obvious classic.
Brown Shoes is a good song.
Yeah, Brown Shoes was a good song.
About telling the rapist priest to fuck off. So.
I like that in that sequence as well. The priest just leaves. Like, I wonder what he's going to walk into on Monday morning or something. But he's like, no, fuck this. I'm going to leave.
I just noticed that my phone is on 69% battery. Nice.
That's the sex number.
It is the sex number.
Another great line in this is how keeping people as a mystery, kind of like, at least I took it as like, you know, if you just perceive people as they are and you don't get to know them and you're kind of an observant stranger to them, there's a nice mystery there. But once you get to know them and break down their walls, it applies limits. And I like that's seen as a negative to him. He's like, it's always more interesting when there's mystery, but only as he goes on and gets to know the girl, he actually, you know, the mystery dissolves away and he finds that there's actually no limits to like how much you can care about someone. And I like that. You weren't listening to a word of that, were you?
I wasn't. Sorry. I was reading something. Sorry.
As if you wouldn't even stop me. You know what? No, you don't deserve to. That's staying in, and you don't deserve to have a response to what I said.
I'm sorry.
No, you're gonna have to listen to it. You're gonna find out at the same time as the audience. You've lost your privilege.
I don't listen to the episodes.
Well, then you'll never know.
I'm listening to it now. I'm living it now. I don't need to listen to them.
Then you will never ever know.
I'm sure it was a very good point, and I congratulate you.
I thought it was. I thought it was insightful. I was like, I'm excited to bring that up.
I was reading someone lose their mind for no reason. Sorry.
Yeah, well, keep it to yourself. Not on this podcast, thank you. I can't believe that. It was one job, and it was, and in that moment, it was just to listen.
I know.
You don't even need to be fully committed. You just need to you need to read through your notes, have a backup point for when I finish mine. That's how it goes, Nathan. But no.
So Sing Street is a good movie. I enjoyed.
You're done. I see it in your eyes. You've switched off mentally.
We're at time.
We're
over time.
It's true.
We're over time. I'm wrapping up, baby.
You're not wrapping up. You're just logging off and letting me wrap up.
No, I'm wrapping up. No, so I apologise. Okay, I'm sure it was a very good point. Watch Sing Street if you haven't. Why you listen to this? Watch it. It's a good movie. I very much enjoy it. Great music in it, great characters, and just a good fun time all around. If you have a choice between watching this movie and another movie that came out in 2016 that is also about music, but is a lot cheesier and a lot less good and just
and demands to be taken way more seriously.
Yes, just don't watch La La Land. Just watch this. It's much better. Trust me.
It already won more than enough Oscars.
Yes,
you're not going to harm it. Give time to this small project that was great and better. Nathan, I'm going to bring it on back round to the question. If you are tuning in at this point, if you have tuned in any point through the podcast, if you just skip the beginning because we do have a little waffle at the start, that's fine. The point of this is a question that I have posed to Nathan. I'll repeat it in a minute. I've posed Nathan the question, a question that always kind of relates to the topic that we're talking about. It might be a hypothetical, it might be a yes or a no, it might be just, whatever the fuck I fancy that week. I've posed it to Nathan. Nathan then has all the time that we record, typically, 40 minutes to an hour type situation, where he will then be able to tell me the answer at the end of the podcast. This week, my question to him was more of a scenario that I've put him in, where I've said that he is the object of my desires, and I've gone away to write some music that will win him over and make him want to give me a kiss. what bands / artists am I most likely to succeed with had I taken inspiration from those? I've got my choices. I need Nathan's choices right now, and we're going to see how many line up and see, if at all I would have been able to give him that kiss in the bath that I so desire in this scenario.
Why are we in the bath?
Don't know. More fun.
All right. All right.
We're fully dressed, Nathan. If you're wondering,
so it's not weird. We're just kissing in the bath.
We're just kissing in the bath. Don't stop
Don't make
making
it weird,
gay, Nathan. Jesus.
Right. Okay. So the first one I'll say, and I'll be very disappointed if you don't have this band on there, because I feel like you won't know me at all if you haven't got this band on there.
Okay.
So the first band that I'll say, and are you going to tell me as I say them or after the fact?
No, I'll tell you them if they're on my list.
Okay. First band I have, My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm glad that's on that.
Right. So far I'm 1 out of 5 away from kissing you.
So if you get all 5, do you kiss me? Is that all the best 3 out of 5? I guess.
No. Let's go for a majority situation.
Yeah.
I really want that kiss.
Okay. So yeah, you get in there. So Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
I would also. Oh wait. Oh,
I got two.
Okay.
That's 2 kisses. I've changed it. It's now number of kisses I get to give you.
I might have to go more obscure now.
No. You have to be true to yourself.
No, I am going to be true to myself. I think you'll have another band on there, which I'll definitely have on my list. But rather than say that, I'll save that one. And I would say for number 3, I would go. I don't know if this would necessarily count because it's kind of different, but John Williams.
Damn it.
Because that's what I listen to a lot, I guess. So
fuck.
Yeah.
My first L.
Good. L for you.
2 out of 3 kisses have been secured. Far.
No kisses. You only get a kiss secured if it's fucking...
No. I changed it a minute ago. It's now a point for every kiss.
That's not it. You need to get 3. You need to get 3 out of 5. Otherwise, no kiss.
All right.
I think you'll have
just one kiss.
I think you'll have this one. The Beatles.
Yeah, we're kissing. I got it. Yeah.
I knew you'd have that one. Yeah, the Beatles. I like them quite a lot. And then the 5th one, I would probably say, just because I enjoy the music he writes, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, we're kissing. We were kissing anyway. Right, my full list, verbatim as I wrote it, was in this order as well. So these are the order it came into my head.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, and then I put in brackets bonus kiss if he mentions the Hamilton mixtape thing.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. I do like that.
My Chemical Romance. The Beatles was next.
Yeah.
Then it was Fall Out Boy. Then it was My Chemical Romance. And as a last side point, I said Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance. Any of the other bands that are the exact same as the previous 2 I mentioned.
Come on now. No. Those are 2 very different bands, first of all.
I don't know. Tell it to the vocalist as well, I say. That's a bad example. The My Chemical Romance vocalist sounds like he's always got a nose infection or something. And he wrote a comic, didn't he?
He wrote Umbrella Academy.
That's what he did. Right, me and Nathan are going to go and kiss. So thank you for listening. Maybe a slightly longer one, depending on how much I cut this down. So thank you for sticking with us. We hope you enjoyed Sing Street. Good movie, good time, good blast all round. And do you know what, Nathan? We're going to be blasting next week when we're going to be doing this.
Fellas, this here's Bagman.
Hangman.
Whatever. You're looking at the only naval aviator on active duty with a confirmed air-to-air kill.
Stop.
Mind you, the other guy was in a museum piece from the Korean War.
Cold War.
Different wars. Same century.
Not this one.
Highway to the danger zone, baby. Dun, 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 dun,
I just want to stress right now how much I am not looking forward to next week and how much I do not want to watch this movie. I do not give a fuck.
Welcome back to the podcast where Nathan made me watch all 3 Hobbit movies knowing full well I'd hate them all. They're all 3 hours long and they weren't fun. This is my revenge, and oh, what a horrible punishment! I'm making Nathan watch a critically acclaimed film that has been breaking records.
I know I'm not gonna like it. I know.
That sounds like a negative Nelly attitude, if you ask me.
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to be doing that next week. You can give us a follow. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on TikTok, throwing it back, the Renegade and such and all sorts. And that joke that we say all the time.
Yes.
We're at Another Happy Pod on there, so give us a little follow. Stitch us is something I learned you could do. Maybe stitch us with a funny reaction face or perhaps a Renegade of your own.
Duet us and react to our TikToks. That's another thing you can do.
That's something that I'm also learning you can do. Oh no, that's when they've done that with the the girl that looks like she's been held hostage, and then like a million people have added onto it, right?
Yeah. And there's like a SWAT team at the door, and then like a news routine. Yeah, that's very good.
Do that to us.
They can't. It doesn't work the same. Ours is like clips from like movies and shit.
Find a way. If TikTok is nothing if not very creative and hilariously weird, you can also give us a little review if you like. I think most platforms have a little built-in review system.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I know you can do it on Spotify and Apple, so if you're listening there...
Those are the main ones that we care about.
Yeah.
So,
give us a little review, do us a favour, give us 5 stars. Let us know what you think about the episodes. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't, and whether Nathan should get a haircut.
Never.
I caught him Danny Zuko combing his hair just before we recorded.
I wasn't Danny Zuko combing.
You were.
I was putting it back into a sensible little bob.
My word.
Not a bob, a bun. Sorry.
A bun. God,
I'm still getting used to all these terms.
If 2017 you heard you right now, fuck me.
I'm an older man, Lawrence.
He'd be rolling in his student digs. As the dads out there.
I was going to say, as my dad would say.
Yeah, give us a review. That would be fun. Yeah, I think I've said everything.
You have.
See you next week, party people.